The following views are the opinions of the host/guests of Real Talk and do not reflect the other parties involved. Feelings may get hurt. Viewer discretion is advised. This show is rated R for Real Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk. Welcome to this special presentation. I am Dr. Quack, and before I bring out my guests, I have some breaking news here in the promo world. As it has just been revealed here about 20 minutes ago, A-List Alverson and Bossolini have now forfeited the HSP tag team titles due to the fact of the competition clause of 90 days. They have officially done it about a few hours before the official deadline. But I'm going to bring on my guest because that's the first thing we're going to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring on this man, multiple-time tag team champion, singles champion, Heathen.
Dr. Quack, how is your mama in here?
Oh, my mama is good. And I've got one more, and this man needs no introduction. Let me bring him in, 25-time world heavyweight champion, current Pure Heart champion at HSP, Mr. Toxic, old school.
You got the name right for tonight, baby, because it's going to be toxic.
Oh, what a show. This is the exclusive that we've got for tonight.
Woo.
Yeah, I mean, let alone the breaking news right before, as we were sitting here collecting ourselves for the show, A-List Alverson going on screen, dropping a bombshell. We were just talking about that as it came to us. If you're going to drop a title, that is the way to do it.
Listen, he dropped the title in winning fashion. That promo, that he could just replay that promo in the match promo and beat them. That's just all I got to say about that.
Now, you both compete over there in HSP with your individual tag partners. You know, how does this make you feel, old school, seeing the title now relinquished and vacated?
Ooh, you want to start out with a massive attack tonight, don't you?
Somebody's going to.
Yeah, we'll start off early.
It pisses me off. Titles aren't meant to be won and lost in a boardroom. All right? We win them in competition. That's why we do this. We have fun competing. So, for you, and listen, folks, this is the only time you're ever going to hear me say it, because after this show, I'll swear to God I denied it. And if Quack replays it, I'll fly to his house, kick his ass. The cartel is being screwed. It's unfair to the cartel. It's not right. They won the tag team titles. They deserve to wear the tag titles. And I'm sorry, I don't care who it pisses off. The people that are going after the tag titles, they should have to earn their shot, not be given a shot by the board because they feel they've been overlooked and underbooked. Listen, beat us, beat Fear the Beards, beat the Highway Hellraisers, and get a shot. That's how you earn your tag team championships. Other than that, I don't give a shit. You win them, good job, Paper Champs. The board champs will be in full effect.
They cashed in for this, didn't they?
Oh, bullshit. I'm tired of hearing that too. Listen, you know what cashing in means?
What does it mean?
That means you're too chicken shit to take a number one contenders match. That's what that means.
I couldn't have said that better myself. I mean, I got to automatically play off that. It's a slap in the face to the whole division, if you want my honest opinion. Being the guy that helped start the division, I know I ran on this every week. This has been a constant. This has been going on for probably about 2 weeks now. What was wrong with the 11th? That's my question. Why could there not have been? Why could that title match not have taken place on the 11th? Why did it take Chaotic Order so long to get a title match set up? And to be honest, for the reasoning for them getting this match is because A-List tied Half Past Black. I mean, that was one of the rumors that went around. They want to talk about cash-ins. Where's the original champions rematch? I mean, we never got ours. Fear the Beards never got theirs. But somehow, out of the blue, out of nowhere, Chaotic Order comes in. And, you know, another thing that really sets aside to me with that, it's the confidence they have.
Yeah, Heathen, how many days did you and your partner hold the tag belts?
We were 8 months undefeated, at least 8 months. It may be 8, maybe 9. It's in between.
So, and we were 203 days. How long has Chaotic Order held the titles?
That'd be a goose egg, sir.
And how many times have they beat the current incumbent champions when they had a match with them?
Goose egg, sir.
What the fuck are they cashing in? That's my
mean-
question. What are they cashing in the tag division? They've never done nothing in the tag division to say they're. I'm sorry. This subject pisses me off because you've got great teams like the Highway Hellraisers, Fear the Beards, and yes, I hate to say it, the Cartel. We have been carrying the tag team division in HSP. We have represented those beautiful gold belts. By the way, beautiful belts, not Target belts. I don't care where you shop at, buddy. You might buy Target belts, but we held classic, beautiful straps.
They are not by any way, shape, form, or fashion. They are not cheaply made.
Believe me, I know that.
And no, the Cartel, I'm going to answer that question that was just there. The Cartel should not have been stripped of the titles. It is not their fault that their opponents couldn't show. And guess what? You know what that should have been? They forfeited their shot. That's what it should have been.
Yep.
I mean, I'll say you could definitely feel the passion when A-List had to drop those titles. He was not a happy person. I think it's really bad.
Well, guess what?
Go ahead.
I don't care what anybody says. They are still the HSP tag team champions. I don't give a shit who likes it or not. I don't care if HSP gets mad. They're still reigning and defending tag team champions. They never lost them, and the boardroom don't make those decisions. So,
let me ask this.
Storyteller, that's your problem.
Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. This question has been sitting here. Triple Crown. Here's my. How can you? There's a storyteller. This is for you because I don't care. How can you take your quote unquote Triple Crown with such controversy? Whenever I watched you as Pure Heart champion, you wouldn't have. You would. That would have never happened. There would have been no quote unquote free money. But if A-List can light the fire under Bossellini's ass that he came on the screen and dropped those titles with, Cartel's going to be champions.
Cartel's still the champions, dude.
I mean,
I think we all recognize them still as champions.
I don't care.
I'll say and still. I have no problem saying they're and still.
Yeah, my thing is this. The Highway Hellraisers, you know what drew me to this group, folks? Backstory, quick one. That guy right there sitting with his partner, Rig. When I watched him, you asked him, I said, send me an invite, dude. I want to watch you guys because I saw him over Voice of Honor. And he's like, come on over to HSP. I come over to watch. I fell in love with the tag team division. I fell in love with the belts. You guys know I'm a belt motherfucking mark. And I love those belts. And if you want to say they're shit quality, well, maybe they're only shit quality because they're going to be in the hands of shit promo artists.
I mean, if that's the case, we're the shittiest ones here.
Hey, I love holding them. You know, and look, I got the Pure Heart Championship right there. I earned that son of a bitch.
To me, honestly, there's no competition in a vacated title match. There's no competition to it. It takes away, to me, it takes away all of the previous prestige that those titles ever had, because when you vacate a title, you might as well hit the erase button.
Yes, thank you, Roughneck. And I know who exactly that is. That man designed all three titles. Pure Heart, Soulfire, and the tag team.
I'll give him credit every time for that. That was one of the best designs for a tag title.
Hey, that's my partner. He's pretty damn good at a lot of things. And you listen, guys, did you once hear us say we were going to cash in on anything? All we said was eventually we're going to come back and go after our titles.
We made it pretty simple. There was no cash in. There was no, hey, we're going to come for those vacated titles. No, we are going to earn our way to the next number one contendership to take the HSP tag titles. That's how it was worded.
That was not American Roughneck. American Roughneck designed the logos and things on there. But for that tag team title, that was Jordan Drake. He was actually one of the ones that was influential in this.
Well, we appreciate design. I'm going to say this. Yes. Most beautiful belt in my eyes in the promo world. You ask Heathen, he knows as well as anybody. I've held a lot of belts.
Yeah.
But when I received that belt, I hit him up the night I got that belt. And I said, dude, you weren't lying. This is the sexiest son of a bitch I've ever held in my life.
The camera does not do those tag titles justice at all. At all.
So
You, I mean,
you've
Yeah.
got the cartel, you've got the chaotic order, you've got Fear of the Beards. Now, here's my question, because there's two teams here, Heathen. There's the Highway Hellraisers, and there is the Reunited Nation, right?
Damn.
You're a part of both of these. Which team do
Uh-oh.
you support more?
Run, Raggy. I
mean,
know where his heart is.
I mean,
I
I
can
think
answer
I do
that.
too, but I want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
I
You
mean,
better
there's
start
really-
neighing, motherfucker.
I mean, is one a sidekick in comparison to the other?
why you gotta make it sound like that? Jesus,
Well, it kind
just
of
nailed me. I mean, to the
Can I say something before he answers that?
sure.
If you want somebody who's been around the promo world for 6 years, that's seen teams come and go, okay? Reunited Nation is good. Highway Hellraisers is fucking epic.
I
And,
won't disagree there.
and I feel like when I watch these guys on the screen, him and his partner, Rig, I'm going to tell you this. There's not much passion that
Mad
can be
Dog.
denied. These guys are the toughest tag team in HSP. That's why the Beards, come hell or high water, there will be a Fear the Beards versus Highway Hellraisers. And I promise you this, if we put it on the same card as a tag team title match, we'll sell more than they do.
guarantee it.
I
I mean,
promise.
I made that little graphic, the little video for a reason. Those two tag teams in HSP are the bad Mama Jamas when Mama Jamas ain't bad no more.
Right.
Because honestly,
But you've had your tag partner there for quite some time. You guys are Revolution Tag Team Champions. Now, are you just going to like throw him to the back burner and say, you know,
now
now
listen,
Rig?
before you say that and get any of that started, because
just
that'll be next. Honestly, here's
Started off with a
the
bang.
I'm
the
keeping it
honest
real,
truth.
sir.
This is the honest truth. This is the most honest way I can put it. So get your screen recordings, get your snapshots. The
It'll be on
only
video.
I was floating. When Rig left, I was in a bad spot because I lost a lot of motivation when Rig left. And I wasn't sure that I was going to stick around very long. And my match with Hollywood Haywood and HSP was supposed to be my very last match. I was done after that because I mean, I don't brag on my career. Everybody else kind of does it for me, and I'm still getting used to that. So, but we got tied in with the storyline with the cartel, and Revolution was looking for tag teams. And me and Purge, we play Fortnite constantly. We're constantly talking, and it was actually Mama Purge that said, "You guys have been back and forth. You beat the hell out of each other. Why don't y'all tag up and see what happens?"
She's watching, by the way.
Well, I mean, this is the best way. Mama Purge, she has to take the credit for forming the United Nations because we beat the shit out of each other on multiple occasions. He picked up one of the first OMG of the mid-year. Mine and his match was, and it felt right. But here's the one that's really gonna. I'm Highway Hellraiser for life because me and Rig have a bond outside of Promo World that not a lot of tag teams have. They're only talking together, cool with each other when they're on screen. Me and Rig have been through literally hell and back, going against the odds. When we first started together, nobody thought that we would get anywhere. And we started picking up steam. I mean, steamrolled the tag team tournament that HFP had to become the inaugural champions. We put our names on the map. Went to VOH, destroyed VOH. I mean, we dominated
It's
the
still
tag
fractured.
division. I mean, they ain't going to find a tag team that can do what we've done. I
Well,
mean,
you
we
gotta
were
have management to do that, bud. Sorry.
we
You
we
gotta
were
have to-
bringing
That's my
tag
partner
teams
down there, by the way, commenting.
Okay.
we were bringing tag teams out of retirement. I mean, we brought the Sideshow Freaks back. We brought the Hooded Warriors back because we would go out there and say that we were the greatest tag team walking. And unlike a lot of these tag teams now, we backed it up live. We backed it up. We defended. We didn't. It's just there was more competition back then. But to answer the
what are you trying
question,
to say? You guys didn't send messages to the owners and tell them that this needs to happen in the boardroom. That's what you're saying?
no, we
I'm
went
just checking
through.
because I don't
No,
do that big
here's-
shit neither.
Have we done that? We 3-0 swept our way from the bloodline all the way up to God, who was our last match in that freaking tournament?
Here's the killer. Every defense Fear the Beards had was a 3-0 sweep until we
The last-
lost to the Cartel.
The last team you fought was the Shot Callers in the HSP tournament.
I can take it as the Hellraisers destroyed the Shot Callers. That's why
Which
they
later became the Cartel.
Hey, Heathen, this is what I suggest HSP needs to do. And stick with me, brother. Stick with me. I know me and you got single shit going on. You know, I have that back there. You got one coming. I say the 25th shouldn't just be that team versus that team. I think it needs to be a 4-way fucking dance so the real dreams come back. And let's see if Chaotic Order can really get it done against the greatest tag teams in HSP. Period. I bet they can't.
That's a big question. I wonder if President Mayhem and the competition committee is actually listening to that.
Mayhem, listen to me. That's a seller, baby. And that's just because the Hellraisers and Fear the Beards are there.
I mean, I'd even have to give the Cartel a little bit of credit because they were the ones that dethroned us after 3 tries, but they still done it nonetheless.
It took that
But
many
if
to get us.
You put those 3 tag teams, two tag teams have been there since the start, and the one that came in and were probably the best successors for the tag division. You put those 3 in a 4-way dance, you're going to forget the 4th team. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Well, you've got the arbitrator Jordan Drink now thinking about it. I see that right there.
It needs to happen. Listen, you want those tag team championships to carry their legacy. That this guy on my side and his partner made them, and my partner and myself made them. You're not going to have that if this match happens the way it's going to happen now. Because I'm telling you right now, those boys can't beat us men. Period.
Nope.
It ain't happening.
I
don't care. Listen, a lot of people will say you're an idiot. I don't care if it's us or the Hellraisers that win those tag belts. As long as it ain't the Cartel, and sure the hell it ain't the Chaotic Order. I don't care. Those belts will go back to relevancy with either set of teams. Just not those two. Sorry. Even though I'm saying this, I said it earlier. The Cartel are still reigning and defending tag team champions in my book. You don't lose them in a boardroom. Don't care. Don't like it. I don't agree with it. Yep. Yeah. 3 incarnations. He's not lying.
Yeah. I want to move on to something else here now real quick because this involves the Cartel. And we're talking about Revolution. Bossellini now gives up his title shot for the Outbreak title to Master of Illusions. Heathen, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, that's Boss now has lost 2 title opportunities. He had a shot to win one. He just gave up a title.
I think that's just stamping the paperwork that says he can't hang no more. I mean, I gotta see it how it is. Stumpy's had his number every time they faced. Think Bossellini wants any more of him. I don't think he ain't got nothing for him. Master of Illusions is the wild card if he doesn't rely on effects. I have done recent research. He's broke away from the effects. He's broke away from the voice changers. And it does seem like he's picking up a little bit of a role. So, I mean, if Stumpy wasn't prepared for a last-minute switch, I mean, you may be looking at a whole nother match. But to me, that's Bossellini saying that, Stumpy's got his number.
I don't know who this is, but want to face Boss? I think he can lay you
Boss.
out. Oh,
That's
it is
Boss.
Boss. Okay. I can't see it. I'm only looking on the house calls right here.
That's why I have my second one sit up here so I can see the comments.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I want to thank Luke Thompson there, Master of Illusions, for the stars. Thank you for contributing to this show. Definitely, it helps pay it off a little bit.
Listen, I'll say this. Master of Illusions, I thought that promo he cut against Boss was a winning promo. That was just my opinion of. I thought he did a really great job. He's left the effects kind of behind. And to me, that's a big thing. I'm not all the damn effects and shit. They just don't work. They take away from the promo itself, the verbiage of the promo. And in my opinion, I think some of the crap that's going in HSP with the tag division may be weighing on Boss's mind too. That would piss me off. And I probably wouldn't want to promo anywhere right now or do anything right now because listen, that's a title he earned. You know what I mean? That he deserved. Him and his partner won them. Okay. But me personally, I'm still going to keep calling them the tag team champions. I don't give a damn who likes it because those guys didn't lose the tag titles and it may be weighing down on him a little bit. He may have felt that because that was going on, he didn't put in a proper promo you know what I mean, to beat the Master of Illusions, even though he won. You know what I mean? We all been there. We're all like, wait a minute, I don't think I did my greatest promo, but I won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, it's, to me, I think the boss is affected by what's going on in HSP, and he should be. He should be pissed off. If his partner laid it out there earlier, and when boss comes on the screen, I'm going to tell you this right now. I expect nothing less from the boss of telling him how the hell exactly he feels about this whole situation over there.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see that.
The one thing I saw, like in his promo, that really got me, I said either the judges are going to look at this as cocky and arrogance or laziness. The part where he took a water bottle and was drinking it for roughly about 20, 30 seconds. I'm like, you're in a promo battle. When you stop talking, there's a disconnect sometimes for those judges. But I want to put this comment up here from him. He says, I gave him the opportunity because he shows he is worthy of the opportunity. If you know the boss, give out opportunities.
And that could be the case too. I think he saw what I saw in Master of Illusions. That was a totally different Master of Illusions. Okay, it was a very, really, I don't know how to really say it tonight because I'm pissed off about other things. I think his promo was well put together. His wordplay was well put together. He represented his character very well. I think Luke, drove a very good promo. You know what I mean? And if Boss saw that, he saw the same thing I did. I thought Luke dropped a winning promo. You know what I mean? I'm not judges, but I just thought that, Luke might have edged him by a hair or two. But if he did that, you got to give respect to the boss for seeing that the man has dropped a great promo.
I noticed that while we were talking the last couple shows, when we would mention Master of Illusions, he was always in the comments saying, have you watched a recent promo?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I sat down the other night and I finally sat and watched, and I'm like, okay, you finally did what you've been getting told to do.
Yeah.
I'll go execute it, because if you can execute that like you have since you did the switch,
advice.
I mean, he's took it like a sponge. It's a
And
complete 180 for me. I think he could be a new Outbreak champion.
I agree. I think, if you want my honest opinion, he may have Stump's number.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched Stump's hype for Bossellini before he knew that the changes had been made. I'm gonna tell you right now, the promo I saw Master of Illusions drop against Ed at Bossellini compared to that hype from Stump might want to pack that belt up, write the address of Master of Illusions on it, get ready to ship it.
Speaking of Stumpy, I think, honestly, from a champion standpoint, I think Stumpy's I think he's starting to get a little bit stale. I think he's getting a little bit complacent. I think
I like Stump's work. I think he does a great job.
How long has he been champion?
Yeah, I think he's going to have a really competitive match here with Master of Illusions. If he does,
I'm not sure how long he has been champion.
It's going to be a good fight. I definitely think so.
That's a match I'll definitely be tuned in for, because if Master of Illusions does what he did against Boss, it's either going to be really close or he's going to run away with it.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of which, we're talking about title matches in Revolution and Inferno. We've got that big one coming up on Saturday. That is probably the marquee match that a lot of people want to see. Big Sweet, Hollywood Haywood. I mean, both of you guys couldn't pick one there. I mean,
still ain't giving you an answer.
Nope. Yeah, I understand. But how do you feel about the merger now? Because you're going to have one champion, and I believe they're changing their name and format, correct?
The last time we had a discussion with Timmy, I think that's what they're aiming at.
Right.
And I think it's a good idea. Listen, here's my biggest problem with when groups merge, when you keep all the titles. Then you have 10 championships for 25 active promo artists, okay? So that dilutes the waters. Everybody's going for a title every single week, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. When they merge and they eliminate some titles and they, do the name, I think it's going to be a refresher. I think you're going to walk in there and take the breath of air and go, it smells like a new car in here. Because, you know what I mean? You're going to have that new aesthetic of one champion. And I love that idea. I do.
I can agree. I think with new name, you do a couple unification matches, unify a couple of these titles.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same as a brand new title. I think it's a good direction.
I agree 110% on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely will, bring a new breath, fresh air, like you all are saying. I can't wait to see what happens with it. This match, I think, is definitely one of the ones I've been looking forward to since it was announced. I've been really wanting to see Big Sweet come out.
It'll be a barn burner.
Haywood.
It's going to be a barn burner. You got great wordplay by Big Sweet, and we all know that that Haywood is one of the incumbents. You know what I mean? Usually when he's walking in as a champion, you can almost count on he's trying to retain that championship as the best as he can, and he puts out a good product. Okay, where some champions, and I'm not being mean to some champions out there, some champions walk in dormant. The incumbent don't walk in as strong because they've already got the belt. They're not as hungry as they were when they went after the belt. Now, there's different champions, such as myself, not putting myself over. When I walk into a championship match, I'm fighting for that title like I'm going after it still. I don't have the title. I'm still hungry.
I don't know who's going mad over there, but okay.
That's my partner.
Oh, okay.
But, I got a 7 minutes of hell with Mr. Wallace coming up. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am fully prepared to go after him like I'm going after this belt for the first time ever, period.
Old School, let me ask you a question now that you brought that up. I thought about this question earlier.
All right.
What makes Mr. Wallace believe that if he can't beat you in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, what makes you think he can beat you in 7?
You want that loaded answer? I could give that to you too. That I think is a board decision too. I think he's went to the dance too many times and never got picked as a partner to take the final dance. They're trying to get a title on him, so they're going to give him some extra minutes, hoping he's got something relevant to say. But I'm going to tell you this right now, and I've made this promise since the day they booked this match. It will not be 7 minutes of hell for me. It will be 7 minutes of a burial of Mr. Wallace. I am going to put it so hard that the next time he says, I might go after that pure. Oh, wait a minute. Old School still has it. I don't want none of that. And that's what's going to happen. After that match, January 11th, everybody in the HSP is going to know what a promo artist should deliver when they're defending a championship.
This is true. Boss writes in here, Sweet has too much on his plate and can't have many titles. He's got to take on Boss for the Excalibur.
Are we going to talk about that match?
Well, we can. I mean, he brought it up there. I mean, Sweet's got 2 matches that night where he's got 2 titles, both he's holding.
I think, in my opinion, I respect Boss, but I don't think he has anything for Big Sweet. I think Big Sweet wins that, retains his championship. Big Sweet right now is a dominant promo artist in this game. His wordplay is impeccable. His study of his opponent is even better. That man walks in fully prepared with lines and zingers that make even his opponents go, damn, he got me. So I think Big Sweet retains the Excalibur championship.
Somebody wants to join the conversation, and I don't know who. Says, can I join this conversation in Graveyard?
Ed.
I mean, can.
I mean, comments are right there, I guess.
From this, I'll send it to you. Give me 1 second. I'm doing it now.
And Ed, when you join this fucking podcast, make sure your name says 1/2 of the tag team champions.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm going to address you as, 1/2 of the HSP tag champions.
There you go. Link is sent, sir. You will get it here in just a second. But I mean, that is a big deal where you've got to defend 2 different titles. That can affect you.
Yeah, but I think Sweet's one of those guys that can deliver 2 different promos. You know what I mean? It won't be the same promo where why are my balloons going every freaking where?
I don't know.
I must be special. I got balloons. But anyway, that made me lose train of thought. Me and Ethan already had this talk before. But I just think he can deliver 2 different promos that don't look the same. And his wordplay will be different in both. You know what I mean? I love Big Sweet to death. I think he's got some great wordplay in his game.
What's her comment say? I couldn't read it.
Yeah, she's going to be fighting take Sweet Fight Night title over there.
That's Little Sweet, right?
Little Sweet. Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
We'll be talking about that next month when we cover it over here with Revolution and everything.
What's up, Timmy?
But yeah, that'll be a match that I want to watch as well.
That'll definitely be a match that I want to cover and watch also, because I think Mama Purge is one of the hottest things on the planet right now. Timmy.
Oh, there we go. Look, see, my tag team partner shows up here because we got that other part. We got that PPF tag team tournament coming up in February.
And the sad thing is, folks, it's going to be
all 3 of us are involved in this
because we're all in that fucking tournament. That's going to be how are we going to cover that fucking fairly? That's bullshit.
Oh, what do you mean?
That's bullshit.
Honestly, I think it's going to be fun because me and Quacks wanted to go face to face. I mean, I've always had a good time going back and forth with Old
You're
School.
not taking me out of context, buddy. I think she's a beautiful woman.
Here we go. We got Boss on the screen. Woo. Hey, turn on that background noise.
Hey, hush your mouth. Let me get to it.
Okay.
I'm a broken man. Remember that.
I
Hey, man,
remember, sir.
you need to put a turbo on that son of a bitch.
I don't know why you can't see their comments there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and also we got Boss Leedy here in that PPF tournament there. The
Yeah.
cartel.
Boss
You and A-list
has the
Alex.
right moniker under his name, folks. Pay the fuck attention.
Yeah, be sure to read that one time.
I don't give a shit who likes it. You know what I mean? Hey, what are you going to do? Find me an HSP? I'm telling the truth. That man's one half of the HSP Tag Team Champions. Like it or love it, I don't give a shit.
I still recognize that, yes.
Those guys did not lose them in a promo battle. They are not beaten. They're still the champions. Get over it.
So what do you got, Boss? What do you want to talk about?
Hey,
You want to come on?
hey, man. I mean, I was loving the conversation, and I love, nothing against this Mr. Old School guy, or Mr. Toxic as he
I'm
was called
Mr.
today.
Toxic tonight, baby.
No, but first I'm going to speak on the Outbreak title match.
Okay.
Originally, as soon as the match was over and I found out who won, I was writing Timmy telling them I was going to give the opportunity to Master or lose. It wasn't nothing about Stump because I could care less about Stump.
Which you could agree that promo he dropped from you was pretty good compared to what he has done before.
I told him instantly. I said I respect his promo. This is a killer promo.
Great promo.
Well, I mean, once he finally broke away from what was holding him back, I mean, he's a whole new promo.
Yeah,
Amen.
And like I said, it's nothing about Stump. I've already been the Outbreak champion. I have a customized Outbreak title, so he's really not worried about being Outbreak champion again. Like I said, I'm on the bigger and better things. It's titles that I haven't held.
Been there and done that.
Yeah, there's titles I haven't held.
Right.
Just so happily right now, Big Sweet holds both of them.
They are not happy either.
That is my partner. That is my look at that. We are all listen. I'm gonna tell you this, and I know we keep drumming back on this subject. But there isn't a tag team in HSP that has been legitimate, okay? And I'm saying legitimate, that isn't pissed off because these titles are not won and lost in boardrooms, in back chats, and none of that bullshit. You get on the screen, you go live, you do it, like all three of us on this screen have done, and you win them or you lose them that way. Period.
Boss, let me ask you one question, boss, since we have went back to the tag thing.
I gotta brew a cup of coffee.
Now had they scheduled you a tag title match for the 11th, would the cartel have been there?
They could have scheduled a tag team match for tomorrow. I'd have been there.
That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed right then and there. Because that was the main question: is what was wrong with January 11th, the 15th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see why there wasn't a tag match then. That was well in the 90-day parameters.
We all know, like everybody said, everything happens backstage. I'm not a backroom person.
But the Chaotic Order said they're the reason why everybody's tuning into this. I heard that.
You know what?
Now, I was going to say this. I was going to actually say this for the hype I was going to throw out later on tonight. But is it that Chaotic Order is the reason, or is it more of everybody's pissed off that the true tag champions are being stripped? Because nobody said anything until they said the tag titles was coming off of the cartel. Now, me and Old School been going back and forth. So, when Storyteller said that nobody was talking, me and Old School was been talking about the tag titles on screen.
Yep.
Your tag team wasn't talking until you found out the titles were coming off of the champions. At the end of the day, take the tag titles or keep them on us.
I mean, you agree with that,
I heard
right?
two tag teams say that. Yeah, And like I heard, there's 2 tag teams that said they're a money draw.
Right, you agree with that?
And of course,
draw, right?
being the person that can say this, being the person that can say something about this money draw, if you're gonna say Fear the Beards, Highway Hellraisers, by the way, welcome back, Rick. You gotta throw in the one tag team that beat both of them, which will once again fall to the true tag champions, the Cartel.
My biggest problem with this whole situation is they want to say everybody's talking about the chaotic order. Okay, when I came on the screen, I never talked about them. I talked directly to the Cartel. I addressed the Cartel, the tag team champions. Okay, I addressed that their championship run. You know what I mean? With Fear the Beard still lingering, I never once said chaotic order, and here's why: I forgot about them. They were irrelevant. Okay, what did they do to earn? I don't want to hear that just because he tied with A-List Alverson.
There you go.
He gets a shot at the tag titles. Get that fuck out of here.
That's the main one. Where was the tag team #1 contendership match? Where was that match? That's what should have happened. Because
you got 3 teams on this screen right now.
I agree with this statement right here. Much respect to people doing it live. It is not easy.
Right. And guess what? I think that's part of the problem. They can't do it live because I messaged Ed. Ed knows this off character. I messaged him and said, why the hell is this match going to be a vignette match? The tag team titles are a live fucking matchup. And listen, I understand real life, folks, but we have all, hell, Heathen's internet got pregnant one night. And guess what? We still got through it and got the match done. Okay? There is a reason that we all work together here. It's because we work together. Okay? If Heathen and or Ed, if Ed has something going on, he can't come on screen that night, we reschedule for another night. We don't book it 3 months out. That's not the way it's done. We've all had issues with our internet or something at one time and said, hey, can we do this tomorrow night? I have a family emergency. Can we do this tomorrow night? And everybody was like, hell yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. You know why? They wanted those titles won or lost the right way.
Let me ask you this, Ed, since you're on screen.
Yeah, October 13th was announced that Chaotic Order was the #1 contender. So that has been almost now 3 months. Pretty close.
But who did they beat?
Who did they beat for contendership?
They didn't. They
didn't beat us. They didn't beat anybody to get those tag team titles.
Well, Ed, let me ask you this because I've already asked school and I got a feeling I'm going to get the same answer. Since those titles, the tag titles, have been vacated, does that erase everything that had been done before?
I'm going to say it like this. With this move, it makes the tag titles, like, its legacy, it diminishes it.
Exactly. It tarnishes those belts.
It makes, coming from Highway Hellraiser, it makes the 8 months that we went out there, went on every screen we could possibly get onto with those titles, bring as many eyes to those titles as we could to make the tag team division. That's what made HSP stand out above everybody else. That was our key thing, was our live tag team matches, because that was the closest thing to a tag team hardcore match you'll ever get due to the internet issues, somebody not charging their phone all the way. I mean, that's the elements that went into that. And to me, a lot of that entertainment and a lot of that was put into it is wasted now that the titles are vacated. It's like they just introduced a new title into HSP.
Right. And here's my thing.
I'm gonna say it like this.
HSP tag titles are always live. Always live. I had to get used to it. You know what I mean? I had to adapt. And guess what? It's the funnest thing I've ever done. And I still don't like doing it. You know what I mean? I don't like doing the live matches because, so much can go wrong. But I'm going to tell you this right now. That's what separates the men from the boys, gentlemen. If you don't go live and do those tag matches on the spree, hell, Ed's been there. Me and Darren, nobody thought we could do it. And when we started fucking rocking together, we were really good together. You know what I mean? We really know what each other was thinking. Same way with him and A-List. They know what each other's thinking. That fucking Hellraisers, I'm not even going to comment on them fuckers knowing what each other's thinks because that's how good they were. Okay, so there's 3 tag teams I've listed that are not afraid to go live and hook them up. And guess what? They are all stellar matchups if you put those 3 teams in any combination in a matchup. Don't care who likes it. That's the truth.
I'm going to say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I had a tag match where me and my partner was in a match. I think 15 seconds into the match, I lost connection.
Yeah.
My partner held the match down until the last 45 seconds when I popped back in. So anything can happen in a live match, but that's the reason you have a partner. And yes, I'm blessed with one of the greatest singles competitors out there in Alex Alverson, but he shows that he's just that good in the tag match as well.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I
You
said it
know,
earlier. I don't know if you were watching earlier when I said it. If he would just take that or that tag where he's dropping the tag belt and just use that as his promo against Chaotic Order for the matchup, if it's in
That
yet,
would've been it.
they lost. They're done. He's got more heart and more passion and more skill in that one promo than they're going to have in their whole tag team match.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean,
let's
my
go-
opinion. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your
No,
thought.
good. Go ahead.
Because I want to move forward here a little bit. I want to talk about some PUA here real quick. Because you got Mr. Wallace, who is now the Fire in the Bank contract holder. Means he can cash in anywhere. I mean, is there a chance? Because there's a show this Friday where he could cash in at APF and go after that world title. Is there a chance he could do it there?
He probably should cash in somewhere else because he's not winning the Pure Heart belt. So, I mean, if he fucks around and finds out, he's going to be hardwareless anyway.
Because he could cash in Foundation, he could cash in WGP, PPA, or APF right there.
I'll just chime in quickly with, I know how Wallace is in big match titles, like big title situations. I think he cashes in. I don't think he's going to execute. I mean, look how many big title matches he's had fire going up to those matches, and then when it's time for that match, he falls flat. So I mean, to me, it all depends on who he goes after.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I think it depends on who he cashes in on, and if he surprises him enough. Okay, don't get me wrong. Listen, guys, I'm talking a lot of shit, because we got a match in Heart and Soul, but I respect Wallace greatly. I think he's a hell of a promo artist, and I think if he cashes in on the right person at the right time, I think he could scoop a title up, no problem. We got our match coming, and that's totally different from what we're talking about now. I think he cashes in, and if he cashes in at the right time, that title could be of his choosing.
Do you feel that the Pure Heart title is undershadowed here from the tag team division?
Yes and no. I feel like the Pure Heart title is always taken a backstage to the tag titles. And here's the reason why I say that. That's what drew me here. And I'm a singles guy. But the tag team division is what brought me to Heart and Soul Promotion. Okay? I didn't come here for singles titles. You know that. You were running it then, and I told you I wasn't interested. I'd rather do the tag team thing. So, tag team promoing here is different than anywhere else. Okay? It's more energetic. You got more feel. You got more fun. And it's so much can happen. It's like a real wrestling match. Ed touched on it a minute ago. His internet went out, okay? So he didn't get to come back on until 45 seconds, when the match was left. So what technically happened there was he took an injury. He was outside the ring laying, getting attended to, getting taken care of. His partner was fighting the whole match. You get what I'm saying? So that's the aspect I love about it, because it almost mimics wrestling, because anything can happen because it's live. And we don't go, oh, stop the tape. Let's go back and redo it. No, you just keep going. So that's why I've always felt the tag team division always has overshadowed that belt. I think it overshadows every belt there. I think the tag team division is the top division when we are all in it. When we are all in it, it's the top division. You know what I mean? And that's what draws promo artists there, because they love the fact that, hey, I could tag up the Heathen tomorrow. And could you see me and the Heathen live together in a tag team match? Nobody would know what the hell we were going to say. Okay? So that is an aspect that nobody could touch. You get what I'm saying? It's a different aspect for a different style promo artist, and you fall in love with it. I hate doing it, but I fall in love with it.
The belt is sexier, too. I have to agree.
The tag team titles are the sexiest fucking titles in the promo world.
Yep.
That's why I got so pissed when somebody wants to call them cheaply made. No, bitch.
Yeah.
Anything cheaply made is your promo style.
I don't deal with shit. That is, as being the inaugural holder, the first one to break the plastic on those titles. No, to say they're cheaply made, no. Yeah, that means you're a cheaply made promo artist.
Listen, A-List has held a lot of titles, and I know he's here. So, A-List, you've held a lot of titles in the game. You tell me right now if it's not hands down one of the best promo belts you've ever held in your hands. I'm telling you right now, he's going to say yes.
I mean, the leather work on that is probably some of the best leather work. The way it lays over the shoulder.
Ed, you still got yours?
What?
Put that son of a bitch on screen. You're the champion, damn it.
Yeah, might as well show it on screen. Show the world.
Show it on.
Put that son of a bitch on the screen. You are still HSP tag champion. And A-List, I don't care. You need to come out on screen every damn day with that belt.
Yeah.
And look, A-List said hands down, it's one of the most beautiful belts I've ever held.
By the way, thank you, James, for the stars. I appreciate it, definitely.
Watch this shit, folks. You want to see a sexy fucking belt? And I listen, and it's nothing against the Pure Heart Championship. It puts the Pure Heart title to shame, folks.
Just the way that center
Look
plate
at that
curves.
son of a bitch.
Look at that.
Oh,
I mean,
you guys gonna make me have to go to the bathroom by myself.
the first time I cracked that title
I'm not
out of
gonna
the
lie.
box.
I didn't have this title.
That is
I didn't have this tag title with another tag title at the same time. This is my favorite tag title to hold.
Yeah, and you know what? I almost cried when I boxed it up to send it to Ed, but I knew it was going to a good home. Because I loved holding that damn thing. That belt right there means more to me than a lot of my world titles. I'll tell you guys that. Like, I've held 25, and I don't even care about those 25 compared to that.
But speaking of going on what we was talking about, that's what set HSP apart from just about every other fan. And in my opinion, I do believe it overshadows the Pure Heart title.
Yeah.
But like Old School said, that's what made HSP. Our live tag matches with, the greatest tag team, at the forefront of that. I mean, those will forever be, in my opinion, the prettiest titles.
It just kind of reminded me a lot of 80s wrestling where you actually had tag teams where people cared about it, like the Road Warriors.
They didn't have to be big, like dinner plate sized belts. I mean, as you can see with that tag title right there, less is more.
It sits on the shoulder beautifully. When you wrap them around the waist, they're beautiful. When you hold them, I remember when I first won them, I came on the screen holding it, and I think it was Ed that said, I reminded him of Ric Flair holding my belt like I did, because I wanted people to see the belt. You know what I mean? I want them to enjoy the beautiful thing that he is holding right there that is not cheaply made. And I'm sorry. If you're trying to heel out, the only thing you made cheap was your style of trying to get to these titles.
I mean, yeah.
Those boys right there earned those titles. They beat me and my partner for those belts. They're the HSP tag champions.
They dethroned. They beat the unbeatable. I mean, they beat the Hellraiser. So I mean, I got to give it to them.
Yeah, made by one of the top belt makers right there. I'm telling you, in the world, ORM belt. If you can find a better one, it's very hard. I don't think you're going to. He's definitely.
I will tell you this right now. I'm going to be ordering something from him here real soon, just because I like his quality, I like his work, and if they're anything like that tag belt, I'll be in love with it. Yeah, those tag belts
shipped.
They
were shipped timely too.
Yeah.
No sooner than Quack had told me that they were shipped. It was less than a week, and I had them. They're a really good company. Yeah.
And they mean a lot to me. You know what I mean? I'm not being smart. Everybody knows I'm a singles guy, but I am in love with the tag team division. It is my passion here in HSP. I love being the Pure Heart champion, but I had more fun in the tag team division. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree with this. Yeah, they ain't cheap.
Yeah,
they ain't really fast, but they are the best. Yeah, the quality leather is unreal.
Right.
I want to get into the final kind of question here. Talking about the state of the promo world going into 2024. Boss, you're a guest here on this. I'm going to let you lead this off. What do you see happening in 2024?
Well, this is very interesting. Like 2024, I'm going to be honest. Right now, I see 2024 being the age of tag team promo. I see so many groups right now, they're focused or they're pushing their tag division. And if they can step their game up in the tag division, it brings out the rest of the federation. because you see what two people could do together, then you wonder what each of them can do separately. So if you got a great tag division, the rest of your divisions will just flourish. So I think it's gonna have to work off the tag division.
Okay. Old school.
2024 for me is I'm going to be looking for a lot of things. I'm going to be looking how, group creators handle, situations such as the tag team title situation. I'm going to be looking at how talent handles the situations that arise like that. If the group owner don't exactly do what everybody, the consensus thinks needs to be done, will that kill certain groups? You know what I mean? Will that, make groups start to fade away? I think what we need to have in 2024 is more group owners, more interactive with the promo artist. Okay. And the reason I say that is if they didn't communicate with Boston A-List, okay, about what was going down. So now these guys are giving up titles they've earned. That's going to piss them off. They're not going to be happy. Are they going to keep promoting there? You get what I'm saying? That's the question. I think in 2024, I want to see more interaction with group owners and or the characters in the groups, because the tag team divisions are starting to beef up. And what will happen is you're going to start losing lackluster, great marquee matches in the singles division because everybody's going to want to change over to the tag division. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, we said it already. I am the Pure Heart champion, but the tag team division is always been up here while the Pure Heart's been a little bit underneath of it. And it's because I like working with Roughneck. Boss likes working with A-List. Heathen loves working with the Rig. We all have our guys that we love to get on screen and have some fun in. So I agree with Ed. I think 2024 is going to be a lot of tag team promoing coming to the forefront, whereas it's been sitting kind of on the back burner. Other than HSP, it's been on the back burner for a while.
Heathen.
Honestly, there needs to be more communication. That's one thing that needs to change. There needs to be a hell of a lot less backstage bullshit.
Oh, preach, my brother.
They need to bring back the spirit of competitive feds. That spirit needs to come back desperately in 2024. But I'm going to call it a hunch. I'm going to call it a gut feeling. I got a gut feeling there's going to be some big changes in 2024 around Promo World. I think there's some big changes coming. Not sure what they are yet. Like I said, this is just a hunch. But I got a good feeling. I think things are going to turn around.
I love tag matches, learning how to work creatively and help one grow. Exactly.
Oh, indeed.
I'll tell you what I see in 2024. You're going to see, I think, you're going to see some groups, they're going to move up because they're going to follow some game plans and they're actually going to stick to them. I see other groups crumbling and falling. I don't see a lot of feds because the main reason, which I have said over and over and over again, is there's not enough promo artists to fill the promo world, in my opinion. You're going to see some groups get knocked down. It's all going to depend on where people want to go.
I agree.
That is going to be a big factor there.
Definitely.
But that's the end of our show. Thank you, Old School. Thank you, Heathen. Thank you to our special guest, Bossolini, coming on. I'm Dr. Quack, and we will see you on January 2nd as we talk about the Real Talk Top 20.
My boss's merch.